What is up? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Back here with some more Resident Evil 4 gameplay for you. And today I have another one of my Resident Evil mysteries I like to possibly have solved today. Now before I get into this mystery, I do want to say this. Because due to my last one I did, which was on the Resident Evil 1 remake First Zombie mystery, this is not to be taken serious, guys. I know some people understood what it is. Some people were trying to get into the mystique of it. And then some people just took it way too serious. It's not meant to be taken serious, guys. It's just have some fun. It's not a big deal. But you know what? It is what it is. I like to have a little fun with my videos. And this is something I've always wondered. It's kind of mystified me in a way. But it's not something to be taken ultra serious. So just, loosen up a little bit. But anyway, what is the mystery, you might ask? So in the original Resident Evil 4, not the remake, Leon is on a mission, obviously, to rescue the President's daughter, Ashley, and he's been driven to this village by two police officers who play a really, really key role in this game. Not really, they're not in it very long, but ironically enough, they are in it long enough to give one of the more, I guess, interesting mysteries that made me wonder how and why is this possible. But I digress. So basically, they're driving you in a car and you're putting up with their antics and stuff, and you can just tell they're not going to last too long. But long story short, so at the very beginning of the game, they basically drive you to where your whole game takes place at the beginning. And, little question, sort of question, what were they going to do? Sit there the entire time? Well, they're going to be waiting for a long time and nothing ever happened to them. But yeah, they drop off Leon, they berate him a little bit. And basically, Leon is pretty much a one-man army at this point, having little to no help. Not unless you count Hunnigan's support and stuff, but basically, Leon is a one-man army. So they sit in the vehicle and basically tell you go do everything else, Leon. But don't worry, they're going to be a part of the action real soon. So at the start of the game, you get out and you have the whole iconic sequence where you're walking up to the house and the one Ganado sees you through the window, or the screening of it. And you go in there and you encounter him for the first time, and you have a big fight. Not a big, massive fight, but a little entertainment. Just a small introduction to the fact that, hey, these are not zombies, these are Ganados, and they're a little bit different. But then you have the scene where one of the vehicles they have near the house turns on, and it basically rams the police officer's vehicle off the ravine and down into like a riverbed. And basically you're like, oh crap, So after you dispatch of the Ganados around the house, you can go up there and look down and investigate what happened. So basically you go back the way you came, and you'll see smoke coming here from the vehicles. And when you look down, you'll see both the vehicles there. They've all been flipped, totaled, and you see a heavy river stream going down, and you don't see any of the police officers. You can actually have another dialogue option where you look down after you, manually look down, and he'll tell you that, he hopes they got away because he doesn't see them. So, yeah, so they're basically gone, whatnot, and I'm about to bring out the map here just to show you where this is in the game. So you bring out the map, and you look, and it's basically, a little ways, as you can see, where we're eventually going to get to the main part of the village, the main village, circle, town, whatever you want to call it. So now, if I were to just and I'm just showing you this, in long time, but if I were to play this normally, once the whole sequence cutscene plays, I would just run straight to the main village town, and it'd probably take maybe a minute. Like, if you don't fight anything, you just run by everything, it'd probably take you a minute to get there. But also, even if you are trying to run by everything, make sure you do get the dog, because that would just be a crime in its own right. So you kind of have to do that, or you really are just an evil person. But after you free the dog from the bear trap, if I were to run from here to the village, it'd probably take about a minute. So when you get there, that's when the mystery finally gets unveiled. So you look through the binoculars and you see someone's being burned at the center of the village, and it's, you guessed it, one of the police officers, the one with the hat. So here is my mystery, my question to you guys. How in the world did this police officer get to the village faster than you? And that is a question that has just puzzled me since the beginning. Like, since I played this game 20 years ago, I've never understood how he could get to that point in the center when he basically fell off the cliff right here. Because remember, they got rammed off the cliff, off that little ravine. You saw how high that ravine is. It's a pretty deep, steep slope down there. So you're telling me these Ganados were able to get this guy, carry him, and as you'll see eventually once we dispatch all these Ganados, carry him and put him there and then set him on fire before we even get to the village? Yeah, I don't know if the flash was related to one of the Ganados, or I guess maybe the reverse flash in this case, but like, how in the world is that even possible? I mean, because if I've just been taking my time showing you guys this, but if I was playing it normal, as I said, it would take roughly a minute to get from the point in the beginning of the game, the first house, to this area right here. So you're telling me in about a minute span, they got this police officer out of this deep ravine. They pulled him out of there. They carried him. Have you ever carried a full-grown human being? Yeah, it's not something you're going to be running real fast to be doing. So they carried a full-grown human being, and they basically put him in the center of the village. Oh, and on top of that, you'll see once we get to him after I kill everybody here, is that he's burning. Like, he's already burning. Like, it's not like they just set him on fire. He's been burning for a little while. So it's like, wow, it's kind of impressive when you think about it. But once again, it's not like Leon took 20 years to get to the village. No, I mean, I showed you like the steps. That's why it took a lot longer. But in a normal playthrough, it'll take about a minute. How is this police officer getting there before you? That makes absolutely no sense. And it actually just mystifies me even more. Like, how is any of this possible? And what makes it even crazier is the fact that I can maybe understand this if it went the remake way. Because in remakes, it's a little bit different. But as you see here, you look at him, you can inspect him. He's been burning here for quite some time. It's not like he just got put here. It's like he's been here. He's been here way longer than it took for me to get to the village. And that's just him being burned, not actually being carried there. But as I said, I bring up remake because if you take the remake way, there was no like car getting knocked off the cliff, but it takes a lot longer for Leon to get to the village center than it does in the main game. So you have that time, but even if they're in this thing with the time, when you inspect this guy, he's actually still alive. It's not like he's just been set on fire for a while. You actually watch it when he gets set on fire and he's still alive. You hear him screaming and burning. It gives you this false sense of, hey, you can actually possibly save him, even though wink, wink, you can't. But at least this makes a lot more sense. I can understand this. There's no mystery here. So it just makes me more baffled. How in the world did the original one happen? How is that officer getting there? I mean, and if you want to argue, oh, well, the riverbed, it carried him. Okay, they still got to carry him out of that riverbed and put him there. And then he's been burning for some time. It doesn't make any sense. There's no logical explanation for it. Honestly, I think we all know what really happened here. They just didn't think of it. They basically probably just thought, hey, you know what? No one's going to be crazy enough or insane enough to question something like that. Well, sorry, Capcom. I was that individual. Yep. I'm just joking. But nonetheless, I'm going to ask you guys, is there a logical explanation of how this guy gets here before me? Because it just doesn't seem like it's plausible. Or just somebody that doesn't think of and it's just there just because it is and didn't really care. But let me know down in the comment section down below. And maybe you do have an explanation. But that is going to be it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. And hopefully I can see you guys back in the next one. Thanks. And I'll see you all later on the next one. Peace.